Among all of the possible base images, how to choose the right one for your Docker file? Should you choose, for example, Debian, or maybe Busybox would be just fine? And for example, why not openjdk? So we have many base images to choose from, like for example Distroless, Alpine, Debian, or Python and Node. So in this tutorial I will guide you through on how to choose the right Docker base image to avoid unnecessary situations like for example vulnerabilities in your Docker file, bloated images, eliminate applications performance issues, too long image build time, unexpected runtime errors, and difficulties in debugging and maintenance. This video is also part of the longer series on Docker engineering, and in this specific one I decided to focus on the Docker base images. So if you're interested in in this topic, more videos are linked. Docker is also included in the LPI DevOps Engineer Tools certification. Click the link in the description to get 5% discount on the exam. Now let's come back to our training. So you probably know at this point that the Docker image is like a frozen snapshot of the operating system, built in layers, while Docker container is the running instance of this specific image. So when we run a container with the docker run command, Docker adds a thin read-write layer on top of your image layers, but you might know that from already previous videos. So images are immutable, meaning that once they are built, they don't change. So this is actually what makes Docker so powerful. You can run the same image on any machine and get the same environment every time. On top of that, of course, Docker images can be also versioned, shared, and stored in the registries, such as for example Docker Hub or the private registries that you might have at your infrastructure. This of course makes it easy to reuse images, roll back to the previous version, distribute consistent environment across the development, really like a testing on the production. But for this video, let's just keep it simple and enjoyable today when we talk about the base image selection. Section 1. What a base image actually is. So think of the base image as a foundation of your container. It includes three main things. So the first one is the operating system. It's a Linux distro or just the minimal OS that your containers will run. The second thing is the runtime your app needs, for example Python, Node, or Java. And thirdly, the system libraries your app relies on, so anything that your application really depends on to run. And here's the truth, if you pick a bloated image base, you will get a bloated container. But if you pick the right base image, you will get clean, stable, and fast image. It's really that simple. So when you define a Docker file, you specify the base image using the from instruction. For example, from Python 3.12 slim. So this tells Dockers to start your container image with the Python slim image as a base. From there, in your Docker file, you can just add your app code, your dependencies, and the configurations on top, and so on and so on. Other examples, of course, for example, from Node 22, from Golang 122, and from, for example, Alpine. By choosing the right base image in your from line, you are setting up the foundation for anything that comes next. Your dependencies, your app, your performance, and even your security. So this is like a starting point. So now let's dive into how to actually choose the right base image. Section 2, what parameters should we consider? So there are many different parameters we can look at. So when you're choosing a base image, think about, for example, these key parameters. Let's start with the security. First and foremost, smaller images have fewer packages that result in the fewer potential vulnerabilities. Distroless and slim images are great here because they include only what your application really needs. So for example, if you are building a simple Python Flask application. There is no need to use any, for example, heavy Ubuntu image and install Python manually. Instead, use a language-specific batch images like for example Python 3.12 Slim, which also keep things minimum and receive regular security updates. While Alpine is very small, it can also cause compatibility issues with the Python packages that rely on native C extensions. So Python 3.12 Slim is a typical and safer and more compatible choice for the most Flask applications. Parameter 2, size. The base image determines most of your final image weight. For start, for example, Alpine is extremely small, Debian and Ubuntu are large but more compatible. Distroless are tiny but they are pretty harder to debug, so smaller images pull and deploy faster and use less storage, which is something desirable that we would like to see. Maintenance and updates. When it comes to the long-term maintenance, choosing the right base image can save you a lot of hours or even days of work over the lifetime of your project. Official languages images like Python, Node, Ruby, Golang, openjdk are maintained by the language communities and Docker maintainers. And this means that they receive frequent security patches. They track the latest runtime releases, they fix compatibility issue, and they follow the predictable versioning schedules. And that, of course, dramatically reduces the maintenance burden if you pick, comparing to, for example, situation when you pick an unofficial and outdated image. You become responsible for every layer yourself, meaning that you must manually patch vulnerabilities, update package, and ensure compatibility with new language version. There's a lot of unnecessary overhead. But when you choose official image, like for example Python 3.12 that I already mentioned, or Node, updates flow automatically as new tags are released. Let's not forget about the documentation and the community support. Official images have better documentation, predictable behavior, fewer surprises, and large community that quickly catch and fix issue. So when something goes wrong, you really need to upgrade, and you know that you are not on your own. There are thousands of developers that have already solved the same exact issue. And of course, this consistency makes CI/CD pipelines smoother. Your builds don't suddenly break because some random base image maintainer abandoned the project. To put it simply, choosing official, well-maintained base images ensure that you get automatic updates, fewer breaking changes, and much more stable foundation for your application. And that's it in this today quick tutorial. Thank you very much and talk to you soon.